going on, y'all, man? It's your man, Jeff. Follow me on Twitter, PhillyFreck215.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Pastor Carl Day, man. The only preacher and sports podcaster that y'all know, man.
Yeah, back again.
Yes, sir, man. We back at it, y'all. We got, what we got today, man? Top 10 NFL rankings, man. We doing the defensive side, man. It's definitely going to be interesting, man. This week, y'all, we definitely don't know. Me and Jeff haven't talked again this week.
Yeah, about our list.
Yeah, man. So we're not running game on y'all. Like, we really didn't talk this week about our list. We didn't discuss our list. We figured
kind of better that way anyway, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, we anxious to go ahead, man.
Feedback from the first, you know what I mean, the offensive joint was kind of, crazy. People getting at me about Phillip Rivers, you know what I mean? That's my man.
Yeah, man, yeah. And I had some disagreements, and people agreed as well with Dak top 10 Prescott, man, and I'm standing on it. And I also would like to include, though, man, that, shout out to Ike Taylor, man, from NFL Network, man, because he actually happened to disagree with me. He had Dak Prescott at 7th, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm not crazy, man, even though, I already know I know my stuff. But he even had Dak a little higher, so. Respect to him, man. But yeah, man, we doing our defensive side of the ball, man. This thing is gonna be, it's gonna be good, man. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Jeff, I don't know, man. I think we gonna have we definitely gonna have some different lists on this one.
Oh yeah, because there's so many great players out there. It's just preference and we gonna see. Right.
Hey, listen, y'all, I want to tell y'all because I told Jeff this, man, a couple days ago, and I mean he was telling me that earlier today. Like, yo, man, it was so difficult to really come up with some of these lists. I really literally changed my list probably 10 different times. Switch players in different positions and everything else, man. Pause. But so I'm just like, man, it was tough. But I'm confident, man. I'm confident with the 10s, man, that I'm rolling with in these positional rankings, man. It was something definitely we about to get into. And shout out to the new listeners, man. We appreciate y'all. Also, man, special shout out, man, to our listener and brother Don Ray from out Canada, man.
Hooking us up, crazy love,
doing graphics, man, putting graphics together for the show, man. We gonna drop some merch soon, man. We gonna look out, man, show him love, man, just because he is definitely helping us out, putting in work,
from the
man.
kindness of his heart, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. So he family with us, man. He a part of the Troll Free Sports family, man. Yep. That's as far as we concerned, man. So major shout out to him, man, in Canada. We actually had about 4 more listeners from Canada.
Yes.
So
the numbers.
He probably definitely, he probably got the word spreading out there, man.
Told his homies. We appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We got another country. Grenada, whatever that is. We don't even know what that is.
Shout out to y'all too, though.
So shout out to you too for listening. So yeah, man, a couple more states we into too, man. So it's growing, man. It's growing.
Building.
It's definitely building, man. So we appreciate y'all. So what we gonna do, Jeff? We kicking off the top 10 edge rushes?
Oh yeah, we can go with edge rushes. Yeah, we can start there.
And we starting from 10.
Yeah,
and we going back to back on them, right?
Yep. So you can go ahead and start yours off with 10, and and boom, boom.
All right, say no more. So listen, man. Top 10, we doing edge rushers. Then that includes 3-4 outside linebackers,
defensive end,
and also defensive end.
Y'all know what it is.
Cool. So number 10 on my list.
Okay.
Joey Bosa.
Oh, okay.
I got Joey Bosa at 10, man. Guy that I said was a beast, man, coming out of Ohio State, of course, man, which is. Y'all don't know by now, man. I'm a Buckeyes fan. But
Urban be cheating, getting them players too.
Hey, man, listen, doing what he got to do. Keep building a powerhouse there. So listen, man, I got Joey Bosa though, man. I mean, the dude can do it all, man. Literally do it all. Many people doubted him coming into the draft, making up crazy, foolish logic behind his athletic charts and all kinds of nonsense. But the fact of the matter is, as dominant as we saw him in college, it translated to the pros, man.
Yep.
This was a guy that literally came in, only played 12 games, got 10.5 sacks, was pressuring the quarterback, stopping the run, and mind you, he's a guy that's interchangeable. You can put him at 4-3 in position, and even show he played the outside linebacker 3-4 position, in which they didn't think he was athletic enough to play. You know what I'm saying? So the guy's amazing. He's amazing.
With the combine numbers and all that weird crap.
Yeah, absolutely. They can keep all that, man. So I got Joey Bosa there, man. I love him, and I think he's only going to get better. But I brought him in there at 10, man. Same reason why, like with Dak, you know what I mean? And Dak performed, and I put Dak there at 10 because I got respect for like the guys above him. And I like Bosa though, man. So Bosa's there at 10 for me.
Okay, my number 10 guy, going with Cliff Averill from Seattle.
Ooh.
Yeah, like he don't, not a lot of name recognition, but man, he did it in Detroit, and he's been doing it in Seattle for the last couple of years, man. And he just not the biggest dude, but consistently, like him and Bennett on the opposite sides of each other. Sometimes they put them on the same side of the line. You know what I mean? Offensive line don't know what to do, but yeah, Cliff Avril, man, I like what he does. I like what he does out there. Like, I think he had 11 sacks last year, 11 and a half or something like that last year. But, yeah, this consistent production. And like I said, it's also, I like to see when guys leave one team and go to another and still produce.
Right.
So you can't say, oh, he's just a system guy. But, yeah, man, going Cliff Avril, number 10.
Cliff Avril, man, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Who you got at 9,
number
bro?
Number 9, going Everson Griffin, man, from Minnesota.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. He, when he got his deal, everybody was like, man, what they doing up there giving all that money to him? But he definitely backed it up with these last couple of seasons, man. He's
a baller.
Another one. He could do it all off the edge. Yeah, Everson Griffin, man. Like I said, he's not the big names, but when you watch these guys, watch the film and all that,
for sure,
they stand out, man. But yep, number 9, Everson Griffin, man.
I like that pick, man. I like that pick. Number 9, I'm going with Brandon Graham. I like Brandon Graham. You may have him higher.
No, man. He just missed the cut on my list,
just
man.
Missed your list?
He just missed it.
Look at me.
But he's right there.
Look at me.
Showing love.
Look at me picking the Eagle. But no, listen, Jeff know this. Before Brandon Graham really took off in Philly, I kept telling him, I'm like, yo, man, Brandon Graham is good, man. Y'all not playing him right. I'm telling you. And this was when Eagles fans was ready to give up on Brandon Graham. And I was actually hoping that the Cowboys would have been able to get a chance at him, you know what I'm saying? But I just was like, yo, listen, dude really can play. And I'm talking about he's a guy that, didn't have a high sack total, but pressuring the quarterback.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Playing the run as well. I mean, giving offensive linemen fits. When you talk about watching the film, dude created opportunities for other guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And like that's just what he does. So it's like people really have to look beyond just stat totals. A sack.
It's crazy. Sack Our fan base doing it right now, telling him he's not worth it. And
it's crazy because it's multiple players in the league that give you that. You know what I'm saying? Like that almost getting there is just as good as really sacking the quarterback because when you rushing and forcing throws,
moving them off their spot, moving quarterback off their spot,
it helps your secondary out tremendously. So I got Brandon Graham at 9, man. I think that he does both things well for me. And he's a really, really good player, man.
All around player, man.
Yeah, underrated,
Strong
man. Underrated.
Yep.
So Brandon Graham makes 9 for me. At 8, all right, at 8, I am going to go with Jadeveon Clowney. Another guy, not a high sack total, but ridiculously put ridiculous amount of pressure on quarterbacks last year. You look at his pressure totals, some of the highest in the league last year. Dude, literally, he can do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is an athletic freak. Not to mention the return of J.J. Watt this year with them two actually playing. Because, I mean, Jadeveon Clowney was, like, unblockable last year for Houston.
Add that whatever he is to the to the mix, that freak of nature, man. It's going to be ugly for that division.
Right. So, I definitely got Clowney there, man, at 8 for me. And I just think that, like I said, sky's the limit for him. I think by next year he may even crack the top 5. But I got Jadeveon, which is a tough 5 to crack. But I definitely think Jadeveon Clowney can climb, and I think that we're going to see a hell of an increase for him this year. Man.
Okay, that's another guy that just missed my list as well. I don't have him on my top, but yeah, he's definitely a beast though. But yeah, my number 8 guy, I'm going with Vic Beasley from Atlanta. Yeah, like kind of had a slow rookie year. But last year, I think them bringing in Freeney really helped him elevate his game, and he was just a monster. And with that team, like that offense, they get that lead on you, you know what I mean? And they just send them at you. Like the speed dude. He developed some moves last year. He was beating guys with technique a little bit more last year, but yeah, Vic Beasley, man. I like where he's heading. Like, also, this is about going
projecting people into 27. Because listen, y'all, again, and that's what I wanted people to understand on the last episode. This is no lifetime achievement awards here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talked specifically about how we feel like these guys are going to perform in 2017.
Right
now, and going into this year, and the determining factors. You know what I'm saying? Or what's going to actually set them up to have an even greater, 2017. So yeah, be mindful of that. But yeah, Jeff, I like Vic Beasley too.
Yep. Okay, on the number 7, going with Michael Bennett, man. The other end in Seattle. Like another guy, like I said, he talks a lot, so you hear him more, but you put on that film, man, he's just unstoppable out there with the way they got that whole defense set up. But those guys play an important part of what they do up Seattle, man. Abram and Bennett, he could line up everywhere on the line and just wreck your game plan. It won't show up, like I said, but he'll take 2 blockers and he'll free it up for Averill or whoever, to come through and pick up them sacks. But, yeah, Michael Bennett, man, I love the way he plays the game, man. Yep, Michael Bennett, number 7.
I like that. Yo, this is so dope, man, because honestly, y'all, listen, I really didn't know Jeff's list, man. And some of the guys you picking, it's crazy because I just kind of left them out. Michael Bennett, honestly, is one of my favorite edge rushers in the league, just because you talk about complete player. He can play that run everything. Any slide inside on nickel downs and literally can rush from inside. You just can move him around. And he plays so physical and fast, and his motor is ridiculous. So he was a guy, too, for me that was just, hard. And I mean, again, the guys I got on here, man, some people, really – I got some of the younger guys up here, so we gonna get into it. So 7 for me, I got Danielle Hunter from Minnesota. I got Danielle Hunter from Minnesota. Now this kid, it makes me cry when I think about it, because I think that you know who Dallas happened to take picks before him.
Who was
Randy
that?
Gregory. So Danielle Hunter. This kid can play. I'm talking, mind you, 12.5 sacks last year. And he did it without even starting for Minnesota. Minnesota gives this kid snaps, and what he does is just maximizes every bit of the snaps. And he had over 6.5 sacks as a rookie in limited time. He can rush the passer, and he's polishing his game even more. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's a guy that's long, rangy, can knock down and bat down passes.
Athletic freak, man.
Athletic freak, man. And again, he's polishing his game, man. So this kid is getting better. I just really got him for getting even better, because just like you said, man, Everson Griffin over on the other side, man, and not to mention Linval Joseph. You know what I'm saying? He has good defensive talent around him where he's not going to do nothing but continue to flourish. You know what I'm saying? And the kid's young. He's young. So it's just I just think his arrow's pointing up, man. And Danielle Hunter, like I said,
he's 2 names that was just left off right there.
You just left off. Brandon Graham and Danielle Hunter. I'm telling you, it's that crazy and it's that close. So that's who I got at 7. And 6, I'm going to be rolling with the old man, Cameron Wake. 6, I got Cameron Wake.
His story is crazy, man.
His story definitely crazy, man. The guy has really, really continuously shown in this league, man, that he belongs in this league. When you think he might be getting old, he just kind of shows you that he ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, just double-digit sack guy, up there in age, and just still ain't slowing down at all, man. So I got Cameron Wake, man. He's at number 6 because he's just consistent, man. He's great, and he's definitely one of the most dangerous pass rushers in football, man.
Okay, my number 6 guy you had at 10. I got Joey Bosa at number 6, man.
Woo! I like Joey.
Man, listen, that dude is going to be a problem. A problem, man. He missed all that time. What is it?
No training camp. No
training camp. Nothing. What is it? Week 5, 6. He came out and was just dominating, high motor. This 6'5", 270, only 21. Just uses hands well. Like I said, he's not fast and freaky athletic, but he gets the job done, man. He reminds me of how J.J. Watt was when he came out, basically. But that dude, man, he is going to be a problem, and he might be going forward, maybe. Move up to that number 1 spot if he just keeps this up. But what he did, missing all that time, you don't just come in as a pass rusher and do that. That's one of the most hardest transitions in the league for people to do. And he came in and did it like he was a 5-year vet last year.
You rarely see pass rushers, rookie pass rushers get double-digit sacks.
Then he was to focus the team's game plan and still was getting off. It's just crazy. But, now on the number 5 is the guy you just mentioned, Cameron Wake. I got him. You said, man, just all around, just do it all. Like I said, the story, how he was with the CFL and came on late he a little older, but you know what I mean. He wasn't not too much NFL tread on his tires, but still the way what he does down there, man, is it's crazy, man. Relentless. But Cameron Wake, man, number 5.
And to be so motivated though, playing for that Miami team, even when they wasn't really good,
there was nothing around him.
Just consummate professional. Just bringing it. You just gotta respect him, man. Man, this is good, man. This is good. So, where we at, 5?
Yeah, that was my 5th dude. Yep.
All right, your 5th dude. All right, so 5 for me, I am going with Chandler Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler Jones, man. Another guy, arrows pointing up, young guy, gets traded, leave New England, just like you said, a guy where people are like, yo, is he a product of Belichick's system?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he goes right to Arizona and he does his thing and he gets paid because they know they had to keep him. Double-digit sack guy, man. Just a guy, man, that you really can put pieces around and he can just get the job done, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He can beat you with speed and power.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I really like Chandler Jones. I got Chandler Jones 5th.
And I know Belichick is great, but y'all gotta stop co-signing everything he do. That was a dumb move getting rid of him, man.
Hell yeah, it was dumb.
I don't care.
Definitely
I mean, Belichick is great, but come on, man. You don't get rid of nothing like that.
Definitely was, man. You absolutely right. And, you know, they'll try to say, like, oh, but he brought Coney Ealy in as if he knew he was going to do that.
Exactly.
During the,
right. At that moment. Come on, man.
After the season was over.
I mean, he's great coach and all that, but still, chill. Come on.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, bro. So fourth, man, this might be a surprise, but 4th, you had him a little lower. I got him higher. I got Vic Beasley 4th.
Okay.
I got Vic Beasley in my top 5, man, pass rushers, just for the same reasons what you were saying about the kid. Yo, man, first year, you know what I'm saying, he went through his little spurts, you know what I mean? He burst off a couple sacks here in the games, and boom, he disappeared, you know what I mean? He was learning the nuances of the position, but then he burst off, man, and leads the league in sacks in his 2nd season.
Yep.
And I think that this is a kid that's not going to do anything but get better. Get better. I'm talking about he is super quick. And if it wasn't for the 3 guys that I got ahead of him, I mean, he could easily make his argument that he's the most dangerous guy coming off the edge. And I think with guys like Grady Jarrett there, you got Freeney there again. They also added my man Takk McKinley there in Atlanta. Dog, Beasley might even go.
They're going to be having them leads.
He might go, right. They're going to be having the leads, which is a defensive edge rusher's dream.
Yep.
Dog, he might get 20 sacks this year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
think 20 sacks might really be in the realm of possibility for Vic Beasley.
It's possible.
That's 4th, though. Who you got, Jeff?
My 4th guy, Justin Houston, man.
Ooh.
I know he coming off the injury. But that dude, man, I still remember.
I only reacted that way, though, because I totally forgot about Justin Houston.
I mean, this position...
Oh, man.
Yes, like Justin Houston. I still remember. I mean, this was years ago, but I just remember as an Eagles fan when Andy Reid came back and he welcomed Lane Johnson to the league that night. It just destroyed Lane that night. But you know what I mean? Shout out to Lane though, man. You my man. But yeah, that was a bad night though. But yeah, Justin Houston, man, he coming off that injury, but I think he's gonna come back better than ever, man.
Stay healthy though.
Yeah, I think
because he been getting banged up, man.
Yeah. I'm just banking on them, the Kansas City staff getting them together. You know what I mean? That's the old Eagles staff or whatever, Eagles training staff. But I think they can get him together and get him back out there. 22 sacks he had 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. And that's crazy. I even forgot about Justin.
Yeah, just, you know what I mean? And, beast. And like I said, he don't get the opportunity. As a 3-4 guy, you don't get opportunity to rush every single down like everybody else. And you still get 22 sacks. But number 4, man, Justin Houston.
That's good.
On the number 3, I got Chandler Jones in number 3. Like you said. Size, strength, speed, all that, man. Just a freak of nature. And on that Arizona defense, that's nice combination with him in the front end and the back end. Like, but I like Chandler Jones. Like you said, the game is money, smart move, way to lock him up, man. But yes, Chandler Jones number 3, man.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. Interesting. So 3 for me, man. I got Khalil Mack.
Okay.
I got Khalil Mack, man.
Okay.
Much of the same things I said for Beasley. This was a guy who, you know, really was a problem in his rookie year, and then it's just like, again, man, you know, for what he's done last year, man, and just the pressure he brings and how well-rounded he is as a player. He's just somebody you got to account for at all times, man. It's really not nothing Khalil Mack can't do on the field. And it's just like, so when we were talking about like top 10 edge rushers, when we started really looking at the field, and it's just like, dang, like, yo, it was really crazy. It was super hard. And it's like I said, man, Khalil Mack is another guy, man, arrow pointing sky high. Easily could end up being a number 1 guy, man, by the time this season is over. And again, when we talk about Chandler Jones, talking about Vic Beasley, talking about those guys, they're literally all guys, man, who really, like, this is a competitive, it's almost like the running back position when we talking about that, you know what I'm saying? Like with some of those talents that's really going to be battling this thing out. Those guys going to be chasing the sack records, man, each year, going after each other. Who's going to win the sack title? So I got Khalil Mack at 3. And brings me to 2, man. I got Von Miller.
Oh, okay.
I got Von Miller at 2. Von, man, I like Von a bit more because I think Von is a bit stronger against the run than Khalil Mack. Not to mention Von is just ridiculously relentless, motors crazy. Guy can get to the QB, and even with the other side of on the other side of the edge, DeMarcus Ware was banged up last year. They got Shane Ray, who's kind of trying to break through himself. But even with the inconsistencies of the other side, Von Miller still continuously showing how disruptive and how much of a beast he is. So, yeah, man, I got Von Miller at 2, bro.
Okay, my number 2 guy, Khalil Mack, man. Like you said, young and ascending. Like, I was about to put him at number 1, but, I'm pretty sure everybody could guess who number 1 is. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Khalil Mack, came from Buffalo, man. Like, and then we was like, man, who the hell is this dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a dude like me, I'm not one of the scouts and all that, so I can't get Buffalo film off the internet. I'm like, man, I don't know who the hell this dude is, man.
Me and you both was like, man, they talk about him clowny, and
I'm like,
we were like, nah.
He driven, but man, boy, listen, he showed out. But yeah, they get some more pieces around him on that defense, get it together. He really gonna take his game to the next level. But yeah, Khalil Mack at number 2. Number 1 guy, I got Von Miller. You know what I mean? Just Super Bowl MVP. I mean, just speed off the edge is like, it's ridiculous. And he has counter moves to go along with it, and he plays the run well. Yeah, I mean, and he could drop in coverage if they need him to a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Von Miller, man, number 1. Money register for me. So damn, who is your number 1 guy, man? Because I'm like,
number 1 guy, J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt. Oh, see, yeah, okay. I put him in the interior.
You put him in the interior?
He could be number 1 on this list,
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm about to say they move him all around, man.
Yeah, he number 1 defensive lineman in the league, though.
Right, absolutely. So that's why I got Watt as the edge guy.
Okay,
but, that's what I have him playing more so for Houston.
Okay.
Whether, you know what I mean, even when he was playing, because remember, even as a 3-4 defensive end, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they'll put him there too. And he definitely move him around. But I got J.J. Watt, man, as far as being an edge pass rusher. You know what I mean? I just think Watt is, probably the best defensive player in the league. He's back. And I definitely just think that Watt is phenomenal.
First ballot Hall of Fame as soon as they hang them up.
For sure. Hands down. So, yeah, just J.J. Watt is who he is. So, yeah, man, that's what it is, man.
Yeah, I know who he is. Even the casual NFL fan know who J.J. Watt is. So you ain't got to go too much into explaining what he do in the field because you already know.
Man, no doubt. The dude is an animal, man. He plays from everywhere. So, yeah, man, that's my number 1 guy, man. So, I mean, Jeff, man, I like your list, man. I definitely do because those same guys, man, you had there, I was like wrestling with. I'm going to say another guy, right? This is a guy I believe that don't get enough credit, don't get enough respect from people, man. Ryan Kerrigan from the Redskins.
Oh man, but I know all about Ryan Kerrigan because he destroys us every year.
But I'm going to tell you, man, like, if you
just
notice,
consistent.
Never had less than 7.5 sacks.
And don't miss a game.
Don't miss a game. Dude, double-digit sack guy last year. Double-digit sack guy a couple years before that, man. Pro Bowl
I know all
player.
about Ryan Kerrigan.
And I mean, again, he really don't get talked about enough, man. And he can do both, man. Play the run and the pass, man. So Ryan Kerrigan definitely was like pushing to get on my list, man. I was like,
I worry about Ryan Kerrigan because, like I said, he do us dirty all every year, man. But he definitely
he plays
definitely
ball.
A beast.
He plays ball, so he almost made my list.
Yeah, we see you, Ryan.
We definitely do see you, Ryan. We don't want to see you, but we see you, Ryan.
But yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's roll on, man, to the interior linemen, man. The defensive tackles, man.
Okay, my number 10 guy, interior. Going Mike Daniels out of Green Bay. Strong as hell, man. You just watch this dude. Like, I remember last year we played Green Bay Monday night, and they were saying, Clay going to be out, and, everybody was like, oh, man, we get caught a break, Clay going to be out. I said, no, the best player in that defense is Mike Daniels, man. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, he's stout against the run, and he can rush the passer a little bit, too. But, yeah, man, Mike Daniels, like I said, these guys, y'all may say, huh? Like, who's that? But
Mike Daniels can play.
But yeah, he's a beast, man. Strong as hell. But yeah, Mike Daniels.
Man, that's good, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. He just missed my list. Literally just missed my list, but I like him. I'm going with Brandon Williams from Baltimore.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Brandon Williams from Baltimore. Baltimore re-signs him. Big guy, really controls the middle of the field, man. And it was a guy they had to bring back. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Can eat up two blockers, you know what I'm saying, and even still collapse that pocket and still get some pressure on the quarterback, man. So I mean, he's definitely a guy, man, that's just a great piece up front, and I definitely think Baltimore made the right decision by bringing him back. Man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think he's going to continue to get better, too, on top of that, man. So that's
no doubt.
That's my 10th guy, man. In 9, I'm going with Leonard Williams. With the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say something. The kid is unlimited potential and talent. You know what I'm saying? The Jets was moving him around because they had a whole little, you know what I'm saying, rotation that they was going with and moving Muhammad Wilkerson and Sheldon Richardson around trying to fill people out. But this kid right here, literally, man, is amazing. His ceiling, I don't think he has one. And I really think that by next year he'll be a top 5 guy when we start talking interior linemen, man. But right now I got him at 9. I just think that, again, he's going to continue to get better.
Man, they can figure out that quarterback position in New York, man.
Man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yep. Okay, so my number 9 guy, man, going with Jarrell Casey from Tennessee. Another guy, y'all may say who, but listen, man, put the film on, watch him. He gets it done. Like I said, not too much around him, but he brings it every Sunday, man.
Sure,
and he rush the passer, play the run. Can do it all. Jarrell Casey. Like, look him up if y'all don't know who he is. Y'all gonna say, oh, damn, yeah, he is nice, man. Trust me. Y'all gonna like him.
He can play.
Yeah, he can ball. On to number 8, I got Calais Campbell, man.
Oh.
Yeah, Calais Campbell. You know what I mean? Got the big deal going down Jacksonville now. Like, that defense on paper is gonna be crazy if they can translate it to the field. But, yeah, Calais Campbell, man, big, tall dude. But he still can win with leverage. It's crazy because he's so tall, but he can still, you know, beat offensive linemen. Like, it's ridiculous what he does out there. But, yep, Calais Campbell, man, number 8.
I like Calais Campbell, too. All right, so 8.
Yes.
I took Linval Joseph.
Okay.
I like what he does in Minnesota. Guy that really controls things, much like Brandon Williams. You know what I'm saying? But he's more definitely. I think he's more disruptive. Really anchors that defensive line. Don't know what's going on with Sharif Floyd, but at the same time, man, with Joseph, it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude literally like eats up the field, man, and allows those linebackers to be able to move and get free and do what they need to do, man. I just think that, again, he's nasty. Dude, that motor don't stop. To be so big, you would just think he would wear down. And I mean, literally, he beats offensive linemen up. I mean, I think if you probably talk to most offensive linemen, they'd tell you that they hate probably playing against him, man. Unless you're like the great Zach Martin or Travis Frederick. but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, man, dude is, and he's kind of quick though to be a big guy too.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so 7 for me, I got the guy that you had 8th, Jarrell Casey.
Yeah, man.
I got Casey there, man. Does everything well, man. I mean, the guy can get you interior push, man. Plays the run. Vastly underrated player, man, at that defensive tackle position because, I mean, some of those top dogs up there really get a lot of the talk. And, I mean, and it's deserving. You know, they definitely deserve it. They're deserving of it. But definitely, man, Jarrell Casey, man, is a dude that really, really can play and has been underrated for quite some time, man. Just like you said, folks need to pop that tape on. I know Tennessee hasn't had many bright spots over the last 5 seasons.
Was one of them.
But he definitely was one of them, man. The dude can really play, man. So
yeah, maybe he get some more national recognition now. You know what I mean? They got Mariota, got some weapons now. Maybe they get some more nationally televised games.
Yeah, get a few more wins and all that.
Yeah, so maybe you hear more about him. But yeah, okay. On to, what's this, number 7, I believe? It's number 7, right?
Or number 7 for you.
Yeah, number 7 for me, man. I got Kawann Short from Carolina. This beast, man. Got his, you know what I mean? Got his contract extension, but he's a beast, man. He's in the middle of that Carolina defense. Like, I know we talk about the linebackers and all that, but he helps them be able to do what they do. Like, he can rush the pass, he can play the run as well. Like, he's stout all together. But yeah, Kawann Short, man. Sure. I like what I see from him.
Shout out to them for paying him.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, he got Norman money. You know what I mean? The money was gonna get. You know what I mean? Yeah. That bum. But all right, that's a story for another day. But well, no, we get to it later. You know what I mean? Well. Okay, I went to number 6. I got Geno Atkins. Geno, yes. Like another one that, I mean, it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but can do it all. Can rush the pass, can play the run, and it's been consistent for that defense for over his whole career, man. I still think he got some left in the tank going forward, but yeah, Geno Atkins, man. Wow. Really like what he brings to the table. I mean, he came back from that injury, you know, a couple years ago, came back and still producing, man. Yep.
Yikes. I got you. 6 for me, I got Sue.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I got Sue.
Okay.
I think that, you know, he turned a lot of people off, man, because people call him dirty and everything else. But I think that actually turns out to be one of his best attributes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, down there in Miami, you know, for one, he's produced. You know what I'm saying? His numbers may not be as gaudy as they were before, but he's still making explosive plays, still putting pressure out there, still shutting down a run. Talking about complete player, that's a complete player. And he brings the attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. And they're in that division that where like the Patriots just traditionally owns, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Miami's not used to really coming out there and competing as much. And this is a guy that just goes out there and does his job and still has fire and passion. And I don't think people understand it. Like we mentioned with Wake, when you're in losing situations in the NFL, man, guys can really go ahead, man, and get discouraged and really just go out there and just try to avoid injury. These guys, this guy goes out there and he's still pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Like, and coming with the same passion if they're down 20 or even if it's a close game. And I think you got to respect Sue for that, man, and I still think he's one of the best that's doing it. So he's 6 for me. And 5, I got a guy you just mentioned. I got Kawann Short. I got Kawann Short there based upon where I think he's going to be ascending to as well. He's already a beast now. You know what I'm saying? Definitely can do both. Very, very quick guy. Motor is ridiculous. But I think, you know, going into this year, he done got paid. He got stuff to prove. That Panthers team in general got something to prove. You know what I'm saying? He has Star right next to him, too. So they make a nice combo. They offset each other well. I think that Kawann Short is going to do even better this year.
Yes. Okay. On to my number. What's this? 5 now, right? 5. Okay, 5. Going with Sue.
Okay.
The guy you had, like you said, man, a complete package. Total, you know what I mean, total player. I just think sometimes, you know, he just get a bad rap.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a dirty play here or there, you know what I mean? But sometimes they overdo it. But like I said, he got paid down Miami and still bringing it. You know what I mean? He could have Albert Hainsworth the situation and just, you know what I mean? just threw it in the tank and said, all right, I'm paid. But, you know, he's still out there, you know what I'm saying, bringing it, giving his all. Like you said, in a division you know you're really not going to win, like for real, end of the day. But he still comes and brings it, man. But yeah,
shout out to Dan Snyder for overpaying Albert Hainsworth
and the countless others he did over the years. Yeah, man. On number 4, I got Gerald McCoy. Number 4, another guy. You know, this in that same like these top. Well, yeah, these last Sue and on. I put them all in the same range except for my top guy. And y'all pretty much know who it is. J.J. Watt. He in another stratosphere, but these guys I kind of put, you know what I mean, you can flip a coin with these guys, but got Gerald McCoy, man, strong passer, I mean, can rush the passer, play the run well, leader of that defense down there, you know what I'm saying, and helps David and Kawhi, the boy Alexander, the other linebacker, help them run around, you know what I mean, and do what they do. But yeah, Gerald McCoy, man, like I said, another one got paid and still brings it, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, Gerald McCoy, number 4, man.
Well, look at that, man. Number 4 for me, Gerald McCoy. So, for every reason you said, man, Gerald McCoy, complete player, man, really does it all, brings it all, man. Has been a fixture for Tampa Bay since he's been there. Just very consistent year in, year out, man. One of the top dogs, man, really doing it. The 3 guys I got up there before him, probably just slightly better than him, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like Jeff said, you can kind of swap these guys around. But I definitely got Gerald McCoy just a tad behind those guys. But I can understand if people probably put him in front of some of them. But, you know, I got him at 4, too. So we agree there, man. And then we kind of got Short and Sue around the same range, too. So that's good. I got Fletcher Cox at 3.
Okay.
Fletcher Cox, man, at 3. Cox is another guy, man. Complete dude, man. Fletch definitely can do it all, man. He's another guy, man, that just brings it to me, man, every play. I really respect Fletcher Cox, man. I really do. Was very intrigued by him in the draft when he came out, and he's definitely been balling ever since. So, you know, some people felt like he took a step back, probably stats wise, right? Stats wise,
you know what I mean? But you see him double, triple team time.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but the guy continues. And some people don't even understand that command double teams in itself is still helping the defense. So
exactly.
So folks don't even understand that. That frees up other guys. It allows your linebackers and other people to go ahead and flow and fly and make plays. So I mean, anytime you got a guy like that, you got to respect them. So I got Fletcher Cox at number 3.
My number 3 guy, man, Fletcher Cox. My number 3 guy, man, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Beast, can do it all. Explosive off the snap, strong. You know what I mean? not last year, but the year before, you heard Richie Incognito. He took my lunch money and all that, dominated me all game, all that. Yeah, Fletcher that kind of dude. The team's got a game plan for him, man, every week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful he on my squad. But yeah, number 3, Fletch. Number 2, I got Aaron Donald, man. That dude, I mean, and I got him above these other guys because he's not as big as them, but he plays just like them. And it is crazy what he does in the middle of that defense, man. And now he got, you know what I mean, I know they moving to a 3-4, but he got Wade Phillips over there now just to, you know what I mean, just to bring his coaching with that talent. Oh, man. It's, whew.
And with his speed and athleticism.
Oh, man. His hands.
You may see him take the Watt jump because now he gets to really utilize instead of – because when he was playing the inside, it was easier for him to face those double teams. But him
now it's going to be
3-4 defensive end spot.
Remember, Wade Phillips had Watt. When Watt came out, you know what I mean, Wade Phillips said, I see this dude's a future Hall of Famer. Said that about J.J. Watt back then. So now, then he was with Denver, see what he did with them. So imagine what he's going to do with this talented, you know what I mean, Rams defense. But, yeah, I think Donald is going to take that next leap, even if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the numbers will back it up now, so on to speak, because he's another guy don't have the high sack numbers, but put it on, see what he do. I mean, ask opposing defenses if Aaron Donald was good or not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, number 2, Aaron Donald, man. Yep.
Got you. 2 for me, man, because I had Watt at defensive end. I got him as an edge guy. But, yeah, 2 for me, man, Geno Atkins. I got Geno Atkins above, Fletcher Cox and McCoy, man. Like you said, he had an injury which set him back, but he comes back next year, gets 9 sacks. I mean, the guy's unblockable, man, in that inside. Literally beats guys crazy in the inside, man. And also plays and run well, too. You know what I'm saying? Very underappreciated run stopper. You know what I'm saying? And really anchors that defense, man, with Cincinnati. To the fact that they had like old men out there playing cornerback, and Dunlap and him, and Dunlap's another guy that really could be mentioned above some of those pass rushers. But Geno Atkins have anchored that defense. Period, man. He is a beast, man. I got him as the second best interior guy, and top guy on my list is Aaron Donald. I got Aaron Donald there. For the same reasons you mentioned. Not to mention, this guy can literally be a double-digit sack threat, and he was playing inside. You know what I'm saying? Literally inside at the nose tackle position and whatnot. So, amazing talent, man. Dude is obnoxiously quick inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculously quick and strong.
Man. It's
and
unfair.
Strong, though. Like, ridiculously strong, to be quote-unquote undersized. You know what I'm saying? What is he, like 5'11" or something like that, 6 feet. And the dude's like a bowling ball. So Aaron Donald, man, is a beast, man. So
yes, sir. Number 1 guy, like I said, J.J. Watt, man, just self-explanatory. Just, he the best defensive lineman in the league. He interior, out edge, all that.
No
but,
doubt.
yeah, y'all see this year when he back now. Got Clowney, finally picked it up. What's the bull?
Merciless.
Oh, yeah, that's another dude you could have. But he moved all around the defense.
Yeah,
so
I'm about to say he definitely moved him. He definitely moved
got
around.
Cunningham, that defense going to be crazy. But, yeah, J.J. Watt, man, top interior guy, top defensive lineman in the NFL, period. You know what I mean, for me. Future Hall of Fame, first ballot as soon as he's done. But, yeah, J.J. Watt, man. So, yeah.
I agree, man.
We agreed on that one, too.
Yeah,
kinda,
man.
sorta.
Yeah, we definitely had some, we definitely agreed, man. And like I said, man, list you put together was good, though, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely was good.
Yeah.
Man. So, man, we moving on to the linebackers, man.
Okay, top line.
Yeah, we talking linebackers, man, and that's like the 4-3
outside, inside, whatever.
Inside,
you mean your traditional linebackers, basically.
There you go, the Mike Sams and the Wills of the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But so we'll be starting off with the 10th, right?
Yes.
All right, so 10, man. I got Telvin Smith.
Nice.
I got Telvin Smith, number 10, man. Kid can do it all. Another kid I was high on, man. Wish Dallas would have drafted. I know he's light. You know what I'm saying? Dude moves around at probably like 220 pounds, if that. But literally can do everything for you. You're talking coverage, his athleticism. Dude got speed. It turned his instincts up, and he's a tackling machine, man. Yo, and he's only getting better for Jacksonville. So you got guys like Miles Jack playing with him, man. Hopefully Miles Jack improve, and they got Paul Puz over there, man. But I really think Telvin Smith, man, I got him at 10, man. I think the arrow's pointing up for him. He's only going to get better, and he's already good now.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Okay, so my number 10 guy, I got Eric Kendricks, Minnesota.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I really consider Eric, man. I really consider Eric.
I mean, like, that is.
I like him.
You know what I mean? He same athleticism, athletic ability as his brother that's here, Michael, who I think getting a raw deal. I think he's still a good player, you know what I'm saying, Michael, once he find where he go, once he gets that figured out. But Eric, man, yeah, great blitzer, great in coverage. Can do it all, you know what I'm saying? More so, like, a lot of these guys we're going to name like this the modern-day linebacker that don't leave the field at all, you know what I'm saying, no matter what the situation is. But yeah, I got Eric Kendricks at number 10. Number 9, man, I'm going to go Thomas Davis. I like Thomas Davis, man. I mean, he getting up there, but I still think this year, going into this year, I still think he deserves, the proper respect, man. Like, what he overcame, the 3 ACLs, just to do that, like, and still be played in the Super Bowl with a broken arm and just, like, Luke is probably the best player on that defense, but I think he's the leader of that defense and gets them going. But yeah, man, I got Thomas Davis, man. Number 9.
Interesting, man. Number 9 for me, Thomas Davis. So that's why I laugh, man. Yo, I'm telling y'all, we really didn't go over our list. So that's why when you say Thomas Davis, man, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. For all of the same reasons you said, man. And that was a very, very good point you brought up just about the fact that, Thomas Davis isn't the best linebacker on that team, but he definitely be the heart and soul.
Yes,
you know
sir,
what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
And just, I think a guy like that goes out on that field, like you said, that pushes his way through all those ACLs, not to mention the fact that he plays plays with broken bones, all kinds of stuff. I think instantly he goes in there and transforms that locker room. You know what I'm saying? That mentality, everybody around him has to go ahead and step their game up when they play with him. So definitely, I got Thomas Davis there at 9, man. I love the guy, man. And he's definitely an amazing player. And eventually, I believe that, he may be deserving of a Hall of Fame.
Some consideration.
Consideration when it's said and done.
Yeah.
Number 8, man, this is a guy for me. I feel like, to me, is the most underrated linebacker in the game, man. KJ Wright from Seattle, man.
Yeah.
I think KJ Wright don't get the respect that he deserves, man. Love Bobby Wagner, man. But KJ Wright is a guy, man, who sets the tone plenty of days with Seattle, man. You talking about a guy who plays fast, physical, and strong, doesn't miss many tackles, doesn't miss many games. This is just a dude that brings it, man. Like, Seattle just, shout out to Pete Carroll, because he just puts together, he put these dudes together that just play with the same mentality, attitude. Like, it's crazy, man. But I got KJ Wright at 8, man.
Yep, okay. My number 8 guy, man. I got Sean Lee, number 8. And I think if it wasn't for all the injury concerns and questions about him, I think he would be higher on this list. Another complete linebacker. And I think them moving him outside, which they did, I think that's going to help prolong his career a little bit. He won't be inside taking on all those blockers, all those interior guys that he used to take with the concussion situation. But he could do it all, man. Side on the sideline, cover. You know what I mean? Like I said, just the injury concern with him, the ACLs, the concussions, and all that. But yeah, man, I got Sean Lee at number 8. On number 7, got my man, number 58, Jordan Hicks. I think going forward, I think he's like another guy, like I said, don't lead the field. Great in coverage, can blitz whenever Schwartz uses him to blitz, can cover linebackers, cover tight ends, cover running backs. Just 5 picks last year, over his first 2 seasons, like him and like Jack Ham, like the only 2 guys with 7 interceptions or something to start their career. So great company to keep. But yeah, like I said, he kind of didn't kill the injury bug. Kill the injury questions he had about him last year, but playing a full 16 last year and having another year, to regain more strength and all that, I think that's good for him going into the future. But yeah, I got Jordan Hicks, number 7, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hicks was the guy I left off my top 10. He didn't make it. He was close to it, but he didn't make it. That's interesting. You got him over Sean Lee, man. But he definitely had talent, though. Definitely talented linebacker, man. He definitely was there in that running, though, to crack this top 10 of mine. But 7 for me, Dante Hightower.
Okay.
Got it. Great blitzing linebacker, one of the best blitzing linebackers in football. General on the field. Fast, physical, does everything. I thought New England was really playing games, but then they finally went ahead and did what they were supposed to do and lock him up as they should have. And definitely an ascending player. You know what I'm saying? Young guy. And really, like I said, man, I really feel like he's the anchor of that New England defense. I think Belichick loves him so much that he was willing to move guys.
He normally don't do that.
Yeah, he was willing to move guys and get guys off of that defense, but made sure he kept and stuck on. Yeah, he held on to Hightower, because like you said, normally he'll bring the next guy in or bring somebody else in, or, they'll bring somebody up that's his backup and they'll overrate him because Belichick is coaching him.
Right.
But he still find a way to get the defense be a top 10 defense somehow. But Dante Hightower, beast, man. Number 6, I got the guy he traded away. I got Jamie Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie Collins is a guy, do it all, man. Versatility, can play all 3 different positions at linebacker, man. Another guy that can add to your pass rush and get you out there and blitz and rush the quarterback. That's another guy I was just like, I don't know how Bill Belichick traded him.
I mean, can you imagine if they would have kept him in? Hightower and Chandler Jones?
Jones, dog. Like, yeah. I mean, maybe from a financial logistics standpoint, and Belichick just confident that he can take guys and put guys together and still, call a good game on defense, and they'll be playing ahead because they really just be bombing teams. But Jamie Collins, man, is the 6th best linebacker in football to me. I think, again, another guy whose arrow, man, is pointing up, man. I think that the guy is going to continue to just keep getting better, man.
Okay. Number 6 for me, I got Lavonte David, man, from Tampa. Not the biggest dude, undersized kind of, as you would say. But like I said, coverage-wise, man, fast. Fly sideline to sideline, cover up any, mistakes that's made. But, yeah, he can do everything. Like I said, not the biggest dude coming out, but he just put the film on, man. He balls. Yes, he balls. And, brings it every week. Okay, on the number 5, I got the guy you just mentioned, Jamie Collins. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, touched on what you said. Can do everything. Can even help the pass rush a little bit. Got his money from Cleveland. That seems like hopefully they get it together out there. Because it'll be good for the league to see them finally turn it around eventually. But they bring some talent.
You said the Jets got to get the quarterback straight. If
they do,
if their quarterback show up, they got one of the best offensive lines in football too.
Yeah,
low key.
Yeah.
People ain't talking about Cleveland offensive line. They offensive line legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to mention, they got some talent, man, on offense as well. If the quarterback shows up in Cleveland, man.
Yeah, and people always making fun of them, but they find talent. Like, the talent they let go. Terrell Pryor, they let Alex Mack go.
Yeah.
Taylor Gabriel, like they bring guys in all the time. It's just they can't keep them. And them
guys be like, yo, this Cleveland, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, right. But they find, even the previous regimes, like, they could never find a quarterback, but they find certain talented players all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jamie Collins, man, number 5 for me.
Oh, that's good, man. Man, this is where we're going to defer, man. Number 5 for me, I got Lavonte David's teammate. I got Quan Alexander.
Okay.
Going into 2017. Okay. Quan Alexander took the jump last year, man. Tackling machine. The kid literally plays everywhere. You talking size, you talking speed. Quan Alexander got it, man. Really, 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 man. Just really an ascending talent. I know he got himself in trouble, man, his first year, but still was balling all the way up to that point.
Right.
And came back last year and had a superb season, man. And I really think that he's taking a role, man, as the guy there. I think Lavonte David is the veteran presence and, may still have captain status or something. But I just think Lavonte David, man, I really think, man, people are going to be calling this kid a star by the time that this year is over. Like, everybody nationally is going to recognize this guy as he hits. He's physical, too. I again, like I said, man, size, speed, tackling ability, won't miss many tackles out there. First season, it was a little undisciplined, man, but you just saw talent in him.
What's the PD situation?
Yeah,
whatever that was.
But last year he played like a man that was trying to make people pay. So I respect him, man, and I think that he's 5th, man. 4th guy for me is a guy you said could be top 5. You said if he would not have the injury risk, is Sean Lee. I got Sean Lee 4th. Instincts, man, his mental is one of the best in the league, man, as far as his head for the game. Sideline to sideline speed, man. The guy's been a great coverage linebacker for years. You can look at his interception totals and everything else, man. Always just really, they call him a general. So he really is the general, man, of the Cowboys defense, man. Take a bunch of guys, man, there's nobody's around them. Keep that defense motivated. And when you talk about health, 3 years straight, he played over 700 snaps. You know what I'm saying? So he's been kicking the injury bug himself. Was healthy last year, was healthy the year before. They kept him out for precautionary reasons towards the end of the year just because Dallas really wasn't nothing 2 years ago. But again, man, 3 years straight, man, Sean Lee played over 700 snaps, man. This guy, to me, is showing people, man, that, you know, he's really starting to kick this injury bug. And consistency and all, man, Sean Lee, man, to me, when he's healthy, which he's been, it's not many linebackers in football better than him.
Right, okay. Now, a little shocker, man. My number 4 guy, I got Anthony Barr, man.
Ooh.
Anthony Barr. He's like a bigger version of me, Jamie Collins. Like, you can put him at defensive end if you want to, like, and he'll play there. But at linebacker, what he does for that defense, I think, like, it don't always show up in the stat sheet.
Great athlete to be his size.
I mean, and he just still learning somewhat how to play defense. You know what I mean? So I just think with more coaching, especially from Zimmer, the sky's the limit for this dude, man.
He was a running back before.
Yeah, exactly. He was, oh, man. But, yeah, Anthony Barr, man, like I said, the numbers don't show up in the stat sheet, but if you just put it on and just watch him around the ball and him wrecking, like blowing up offensive linemen, but, yeah, he's ridiculous, man. Anthony Barr, number 4, and I think going into the future, I think he has the potential to be the best linebacker just with his size and everything in the league because with everything he could do. This is an ultimate chess piece, man, for your defense. And I think he's in the right situation with Zimmer, man, because Zimmer is a hell of a coach. Yeah. So,
if Zimmer's going to be coaching, though, you know, he's battling his own ailments and everything else. I know he recently came out and said, like, yo, I'm not going anywhere. But,
right.
You know, Zimmer got to definitely, hopefully, prayerfully, man, you know what I mean? His health checks out well because, like you said, he's an excellent coach.
Excellent, yeah. Okay, on the number 3, I got Navarro Bowman, man, number 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, he's younger version of Thomas Davis right now to me. I think he's going to come back from that injury he had. I think he's going to come back better than ever. Like I said, he's the leader of that defense. You know what I'm saying? He used to play with Patrick Willis, but people used to argue who's the better linebacker? And Patrick Willis was amazing when on them San Fran teams. But, yeah, man, Navarro Bowman, leader, sideline to sideline, cover, blitz, do it all. Navarro Bowman, man, number 3. Linebacker in the league for me.
That's definitely, that was a shocker for me right there. Because I respect Bowman, man, but I'm definitely skeptical of the health, man. That's what kept me away from Bowman. I'm like, yo, he got to show me he can come back because I hate to say it, but some of these guys, you know what I'm saying, everybody's can't be a Thomas Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just keep watching injuries rob certain guys. Like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Just ain't going to happen. Like, we mentioned, like, Keenan Allen, like, on the last show, like a wide receiver like that. Like, man. Again, boom. Yep. So, I got C.J. Mosley at 3.
Okay.
C.J. Mosley, tackling machine, dude is a beast. A guy that came out of Bama, and you know, some people kind of question like, will he be able to will it transcend into the next level? And this dude, another guy you've seen with a tackling machine on film at Alabama, you see the same thing in Baltimore, man. Yep. Dude has came and became the guy at Baltimore, man. Even with vets like Suggs and them, those guys respect who C.J. Mosley is.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a beast, man. So I got C.J. Mosley at 3. Number 2 for me is Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's unbelievable. Led the league in tackles last year. Guy's a tackling machine. Athletic ability, crazy. And, you know, fun fact, man, you know that the Dallas Cowboys said that if they would have picked in the second round, Bobby Wagner would have been the pick. And at first, the funny thing was many people was like, it was a linebacker, and they would have just took some linebacker, Bobby Wagner, right at the time. You know why they didn't have the second round pick? That's when they moved it for Morris Claiborne.
Right.
So Bobby Wagner could have easily been playing with Sean Lee. But so you mentioned 2 Minnesota Vikings linebackers in the top 10. You mentioned 2 Minnesota Vikings linebackers in the top 10. I actually have 2 Seattle Seahawks.
And they played and both of them.
I'm about to say, both of them, both guys you mentioned, dog, were great. And I wrestle with putting them in the top 10 too for me. But Bobby Wagner, man, is amazing. He's the number 2 guy for me, man.
Yeah, number 2 guy, Bobby Wagner. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we got the same top 2. I mean, everybody got the same top 2.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like I said, leader of that defense. You know what I mean? Him and Cam, you can argue whatever, but in the middle, like he just brings so much to the middle of that field, man. Like he covers up everything. Like there's nothing you could do. Like there's nowhere to move the ball. Like you're like, all right, man. Certain defense, you say, I'm going to attack the middle of the field because they got a ridiculous secondary. But Seattle, you can't do that because he's covering up everything out there, man. And it's going to hit you. He's a missile in the middle of the field. Can do it all, man. But Bobby Wagner, and thank God he didn't wind up in Dallas. Okay, on the number one, I'm pretty sure y'all know, Luke, man. Just all around, man. Like, and I remember the 2012 when he came out, it was like two guys that we was talking about that the Eagles wanted was either Luke Kuechly or Fletcher Cox, man. Could we get one of them guys? But yeah, Luke, man, he does it. Like, he had a little injury situation, a little scary thing when he was on the field, you know. That one game, I forgot what it was. Like, I thought it was concussion or something. He was just looking dazed.
Yeah. I think it was concussions. He was better than last year. Yeah. And I think he caught multiple ones, though, last year. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing that we got to pay attention to going forward, man.
But, I mean, like, he's like a machine, man, like a robot. Goodness. Like, he the linebacker version of J.J. Watt, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, not a weakness in this game at all. Not one at all.
Yo, man, like, can cover the pass like a safety.
Yeah.
And hit like a defensive end.
Yeah,
you know, with running back speed. So, and his IQ is ridiculous. Sees the play before it, diagnoses the plays, man, before it happens. Fills in those lanes, man. Sees it like a heat-seeking missile, man. So Luke definitely my number one. I agree with Jeff for those same reasons. I do got beef with you, man, because you put Hicks on your list and you didn't put C.J. Mosley on your list, dog, and you put Hicks before C.J. Mosley, man. Yeah. I got a problem with that, man.
Listen.
I got a problem with that, man.
It came down to me. It came down to my last two guys, like, raining around, because the rankings, like, really, I mean, like I said, they all similar. But it came down to Thomas Davis and Kendricks or Mosley, and I just went with those guys. I mean, over him a little bit because I like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's flipping man.
C.J. Mosley a beast, though. C.J. Mosley a beast, man. But my man Hicks deserves a spot in the top 10, though, man.
You think he deserves it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't got him top 10 yet, man. I like him, but I ain't got him top 10 yet. C.J. Mosley, man, just been producing higher level, man. And I think that what Baltimore put around him, too, as well, to replace those guys like Suggs and them with the draft class they brought in, too. I just think, oh, my goodness, man. And again, I just Mosley has done it at a higher level, and he's still young and just gonna get better. So that's why, again, he's 3 for me. But oh my goodness, man, I'm hurt about you not putting him in that top 10.
Man, Jordan Hicks, man. Whew.
Jordan Hicks.
Yes, sir. I remember the name going into this year.
I think that was Homer, man. But go ahead, man.
Homer wasn't. No, man. That's why I left BG off. I didn't want to be called a Homer, man. BG could have made the top 10 in my head.
See, I respect BG though, man. And, you know, and I got something else.
Hicks the leader of that defense, though.
I got like, I respect BG being top 10, man. Hicks got the talent, but I don't think he's top 10 yet.
I mean, going forward, I'm telling you, man, there's nothing he can't do. But we gonna see. You know, come September.
I personally think, if you want to be honest, I think Nigel outperformed Hicks last year. Hicks had interceptions, but I really think not. Listen, man, Nigel was all over the place, man. He's a tackling machine.
Yeah, Nigel ball, yo, but he's not the linebacker that Jordan is in the middle of that defense. But yeah, Nigel definitely played well last year, and he's underrated too in this city. Like, a lot of people don't give him a credit; they think he can just be replaced.
I just think, especially against the run, I think guys fear him more. I think Nigel was a sound. He was a good find. Seriously,
that was sports.
Buffalo was just like.
Like, they went to that 3-4, you know what I mean? Right. So, but yeah, he was definitely a low gem that we got.
Yeah,
but no, Hicks was more. Hicks was more effective.
I think his ceiling is much better than Nigel, but I just don't think, like I said, I don't got Hicks there yet. But man, C.J. Mosley, man, not being top 10, that's hard.
Yeah, it was rough to keep him off, but you know what I mean,
let's slide through these corners. But y'all talk to us though. Let us know, man. Let's slide to these corners, man. My goodness, man. Number 10 for me, I got. This was tough for me.
Yeah,
this was tough for me. This cornerback situation was kind of tough. It was slightly, but not really. But number 10, man, I took Janoris Jenkins. I just think that, and I'm gonna be clear, Jason Verrett is a top 10 guy to me, but I couldn't really bring him there at 10 right now, just because I'm gonna let him show that he's back from that injury. But I love the player, Jeff. Like, you know how much I loved him when he came out of college. So I think that he's going to prove himself again going into 2017. But Janoris Jenkins is also a guy that I thought really had talent when he came in. He just had his character issues. He played good for the Rams. He definitely showed and flashed his talent. I think with the Giants, he got in a great situation. And one thing that you won't be able to change next year or going forward for the next few years is his situation. Like, the players, the same help he got is going to be there. So he's right with where he needs to be. And I think that he's going to perform, you know, consistently like a top 10 corner now that he's put in the right position to win and do what he needs to do. Mm-hmm. So he made 10 on my list, man.
Okay. My number 10 guy got Malcolm Butler.
Okay.
Yeah, New England, you know, the storybook ending to that Super Bowl where Seattle should have ran a damn ball, but, you know, he made a hell of a play. And I think he showed that he wasn't just, a little one-play wonder. You know what I mean? He actually worked on his game. Not the fastest guy, not the biggest guy. But he don't back down from any challenge, and he goes up against the best. You know, Belichick. Well, last year, you know, Belichick, you know, used him as that shadow role a little bit, you know, to cover the top guys, and he never backed down, man. And he held his own at times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Malcolm Butler. I don't know what their situation is going forward because they got Gilmore now, so I don't know how long he's gonna be in New England. But yeah, man, I like Malcolm Butler at number 10. Number 9, I got Casey Hayward, the guy that's gonna play opposite of Verrett. Like, I think he showed, you know what I mean, that year he had all them picks in Green Bay. You know, like I said, went to another team, still produced, played man-to-man defense. People didn't think he could do it, but he showed last year he can handle his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Casey Hayward, man, got him at number 9. Can play the ball, you know, not the biggest guy, another dude that's not the biggest dude, but he make plays on the ball, and he can cover well. But, yeah, Casey Hayward, man, number 9.
Definitely. I contemplated Hayward just missed my top 10, but I definitely like Hayward too as well for the reasons you said. He definitely proved that he wasn't a slot guy, and he really out to earn some real money.
Yes, sir.
That's the tip he on, man. San Diego got him for a good price, but he definitely trying to earn some real money and show that he an outside guy. And like you said, he stepped up in the absence of Verrett. So they really about to have a great tandem with Bosa and Ingram there. My goodness, and Ingram was another guy we could have mentioned. But, man, that's crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to move along, man. 9, I got Desmond Trufant.
Okay.
Guy that really can do everything, man. Cover well, man. Great cover guy, man. Good speed, good size. Don't get enough credit to me in Atlanta the way he should. And I just think that, you know, I think he's going to get better. But I think that this top 10 this cornerback class is tough to crack, man. So I'm not taking nothing away from Trufant. He's a guy people can easily put top 6 to me. But it's a tough group again. So I will say that, though, man. But I got Desmond Trufant at 9. I'm going to move on at 8. I got Jalen Ramsey. Going into 2017, I got Jalen Ramsey ranked at 8. Jalen Ramsey, another guy, can do it all. Size, speed, attitude. You know, I'm not down with his mannerism.
Sassy.
Yeah, I'm not down with his mannerism off field, man. No, listen, man. Yo, he got to tighten up off the field, man, in them interviews. You know what I mean? He got to act like he played football, man. You know, but
use your shoulders more, man. You know what I mean?
But he got to tighten up off the field, man, with his interviews. But on the field, man, the dude is just an animal, man. I think that he's going to come into his own. And he's a guy that plays with a chip on his shoulder. He acts like the world is after him and out to get him, man. So he's going to get even better, especially with having that help there too in Jacksonville. So that's 8 for me.
Okay, my number 8 guy, man. I got Darius Slay, Detroit. Possibly, like I've been saying for years, man, he was the most underrated corner in the league, and I've been saying this for years. Like, you know, but another guy, man, don't get talked about at all. But, I mean, he consistently shows up every Sunday. And he's the number 1 guy. He covers the top guys. Don't back down.
Moves around a lot.
Yeah, I mean, can cover anywhere. Slide outside, left side, right side. Can do it all, man. Zone, man, whatever you want him to do. But, yeah, like, I guess just because he played for Detroit maybe. But, you know, man, you got to pay attention. Darius Slay is one of the most underrated defensive backs in this game, man. And they rewarded him, but last year with a nice contract. But, yeah, man, don't back down from a challenge. Another dude that goes up against the best and is not scared to do it. And he also, ended my man Wentz interception streak last year. But no, great player, though, man. Yeah, great player, Darius Slay. On to number 7, I got a guy you had at 10, Janoris Jenkins. I think he came in
7.
Yeah, I think he came in New York last year. And, I mean, me personally, I was clowning the deal because I'm like, oh, man, this dude bites on double moves. And, I mean,
Me too.
He good player, but he ain't that. I mean, he showed me last year, though, man. He, balled. I mean, went up against Dez, held his own, went up against AB, went up against the top dudes, and they used him as the number 1 corner in that secondary. I mean, he has help around him, but you still got to perform on your own. And he was left in many man-to-man situations at times.
I do want to say this, though. This is the only thing costing me with that. Because, I mean, he top 5 paid, though, and I don't think he top 5. But it's like every corner they had performed, though. DRC, and Eli Apple. All three of them perform. And it puts you in the mindset. Don't get me wrong, I got him at 10, you got him at 7, so we both got him top 10. But I'm just saying something to be, cautious about. Because for a minute, we thought DRC was like washed. We was all like that, DRC, boom, boom, whatever. And he had a hell of a year last year, too. Oh, yeah. And Eli Apple did, too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Do you factor in the fact that, like, you know what I mean? Everything else is just, because they front four, Giants front four is ridiculous. But, and I can't take away from those guys because he still do got to make plays when the ball's up in the air. Man. So that's why I put him 10.
They call him Jackrabbit for a reason, but his feet is like, yeah. But yeah, no, I think, like I said, you still got to be able to hold your own, you know what I'm saying, on it, especially at that position in this league. I mean, every week, especially in this division, he going to have his money's worth for him again this year. He got to show it again this year. You got Dez, you got Pryor now, you got Alshon here now. So, I mean, we're going to see. But I think last year he always was a good player, but like you said, he had some discipline issues and all that. Yeah. But he cleaned that up last year and showed what he can be. You know what I mean? Do it again. You know what I mean? We just gotta pay homage to that man. But number 7, man, I got Janoris.
Got 7 Janoris. Okay, not bad. Cause we both got him on the list. I got a guy you got at 7. I got 7 at 7. I got a guy you had a little lower. I got Malcolm Butler. Okay. I got Malcolm Butler. I think New England better stop playing those games they playing with him, man. They brought a guy in and gave this guy all kinds of money. Gilmore, who's not better than Malcolm Butler to me.
No. Malcolm Butler, on my top 10 list neither.
Malcolm Butler was a guy that they definitely put out there on teams' best wide receivers. He's proved that, that Super Bowl play just wasn't a fluke. It's been multiple years back to back, which is another reason why I got him over Janoris Jenkins, because I'm just like, his body of work to me.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more consistently good. And I just think the kid definitely, he can play inside and outside, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that, Butler's a really, really, really good corner. And I got him at 7th, man. 6 for me, I got Aqib Talib.
Ooh, number 6.
I got him at number 6. Yeah, I got him at number 6, man. And the reasons being, though, is that, he's getting a little up there in age.
Okay.
Not to mention, missed a few games last year. But literally, can easily be top 3, top 2, for real. I mean, guy shut down, guy attitude, type of attitude that you want out there, corner. Snatching chains and everything, man. He's Debo at the cornerback position. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, listen, man. And that's why I said it was tough, man, because for me, these top 6 can literally just be interchangeable. And are all great elite corners, but I got him there at 6 because the age and injury factor for me. So that's where I got at 6.
Okay. My number 6 guy, I got Marcus Peters. First year, was a big play guy, but he gave up a lot of big plays as well. Cleaned that up last year.
Yes, he did.
And was more not shut down, but more it didn't allow as many big plays as in his rookie year. I think he's going to continue to get better with coaching. They got a hell of a defense out there, around him. You know what I'm saying? They got a hell of a safety behind him. I mean, two good decent safeties. Because Ryan Parker, good safety as well. But I think as you see him as the years go on, I think you're going to see him get better and better and better. And he showed it from his first year to his second year. So this year, he may possibly, arguably take the top spot next year. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because he can make plays on the ball, playmaker. And like I said, he's tightening up his coverage and his techniques and all that. But number 6, I got Marcus Peters. Number 5, I got Xavier Rhodes, Minnesota. Another dude, man, just holds his own. Shut Odell down last year. You know what I mean? Had Odell throwing the hissy fits on the sideline and all, you know what I mean, and all that. And I remember, this is going back years ago when, he was young. They used to leave him one-on-one with Megatron when Megatron was in his prime.
Yeah. So
they had a lot of confidence in this dude. So, I mean, for you to be one-on-one with Megatron as a young guy, you're going to be all right in this league. But, yeah, Xavier Rhodes, man, big size, physical dude, can do it all, man. Zone, man, shadow your top guy all over the field. But, yeah, man, number 5 got Xavier Rhodes.
That's good. That's good, man. So my number 5 guy was a guy you had 6. I got Marcus Peters.
Okay.
Much of the same reasons you said. Definitely gave up a few big plays his first year, but the man had, 8 interceptions?
8, yep.
I mean, listen, dog, you talking about size, attitude. People tried to knock him because of off-the-field issues.
That really wasn't off-the-field issues.
I had Cowboys fans who follow their favorite bloggers and all of that, listening to those guys, was just like, oh, I wouldn't take Marcus Peters. I'd rather have such and such. And, they kind of fell in love with the local bloggers, what they were saying and everything else, and those writers. Please stop running with people's narratives and opinions, y'all. Listen, man. Marcus Peters was the real deal in college, man. And those problems dropped him to the late first. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, he's a top 10 pick legitimately. So anyway, man, but yeah, just turning that corner, like you said, Jeff, young guy, size, speed, ball skills, ridiculous.
That's key.
So yeah, I got him at 5. I think he's just only going to get better. And even with the return of Justin Houston, man, on that defense, man, is already talented. The ageless Derek Johnson, like, come on, man.
That's another guy that could have made the linebacker list. You know
absolutely,
Derek Johnson.
Absolutely, because he was in consideration on mine. But that was an injury risk as well. So, but yeah, so I got Marcus Peters. Number 4 for me, I got Patrick Peterson.
Ooh.
I got Patrick Peterson there. Patrick Peterson had a good year last year. It wasn't Patrick Peterson-esque, you know, but he had a lot of things going on. Had a little injuries, you know, last year too as well. That defense in general with Arizona took a step back anyway. But he's still a guy, man, that moves all over the field. I definitely think talent-wise, and size, speed ratio, and everything, like pound for pound, he may have the best. He might have the best physical attributes at cornerback. But yeah, I got him at 4 on my list, man, because I really have a great deal of respect for these top 3 guys that's on my list. And again, like we were saying, this top 6 can really be interchangeable because Talib could have been the you know, he could have been the top corner. But go ahead, bro.
All right, number 4, got Chris Harris, Denver.
Okay.
Like another dude, not the tallest, biggest guy, but his feet.
Footwork ridiculous, man. Inside, outside.
Slide, man. Outside, can shadow. I mean, he had a little trouble with AB, but that's AB.
Yes.
But Chris Harris, man, like, you know, everybody always say, well, he got a pass rush and all this. But you got to be able to hold up on them corners, man. Being on the island by yourself, that's scary.
Come on, man. The ball in the air, you got to be able to make a play.
I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? It's you and the receiver, and he wins, you know, 95% of his battles, man. But yeah, man, Chris Harris, number 4. Number 3, I got Richard Sherman at number 3. Yeah, Richard Sherman. You know what I mean? Like probably the smartest corner in the league, probably. You know, this freaking genius can know what plays you running before you run them. You know what I mean? Film rat is supposed what they say, but ball skills, you know, not the best athlete, and you know, but makes plays on the ball. Like probably play the ball better than any corner in the league, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, Richard Sherman, man, you know,
I agree.
He talks, but he backs it up every week, man. You just put that film on, you see what he does. But yeah, Richard Sherman, man, got Richard at number 3.
Okay. All right, number 3 for me, Chris Harris.
Okay.
So, yeah, for the same reasons you mentioned Chris Harris, I love the player, man, so I'm just going to roll with him with that for time's purposes anyway. You did a great job of articulating the type of player that he is, so I agree with you there, man. Number 2, man, is a guy you had later. And number 2 for me, man, I think this kid is really going to really show why he's this upper echelon cornerback, man. Xavier Rhodes, I got at number 2. Xavier Rhodes, man, size, speed, like you said, early in his career, they had him out there on Calvin Johnson. Not to mention, this guy wipes people out on the field,
completely.
Man. Completely. I'm talking, like I said, man, you talking about got the size and the speed to battle anybody. You know, his head, man, for the game, man, the kid is continuously getting better mentally. You know what I'm saying? Very, very clean cornerback out there, man. Physical, too. And it's just not afraid of nobody. Right, he will hit you. Like, you know, so... I mean, yeah, Xavier Rhodes, I got it too, man.
All right, number 2 for me, got a guy you had a little later, Keep Talib, man. I think he may be a Hall of Famer when it's done because
he's a hell of a player.
Because, like I said, I'm going back previous, but remember when he was in New England, Belichick used him how he used Revis, and he was locking dudes down, one-on-one, no help, none of that. Remember he shadowed Jimmy Graham that one time they played New Orleans at the time, took him out the game. Like, Drew Brees ain't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, the attitude he brings, and wide receivers fear him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's supposed to be that bull off the field, too. I mean, so, I mean, remember when he's told the bull, I see you in Atlanta, I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah, I see you in Atlanta, right?
No, I mean, like,
yo, hold up, but Dig, he told him we got the same agent.
Like
he was letting it be known, dog. Our agent can't even save you right now. Like that's crazy.
Listen, so what you supposed to, like, dude probably just going to the game that's like, damn, man, I got to line up against this dude, man. It's chalk, don't throw me the ball and all that.
Heavy.
So he mentally got dudes already flustered, man. But Aqib Talib, man, complete guy, not the fastest dude, but he makes up with it with effort and technique. Like, I like him, man. I know he a little up there in age, but I just gotta, you know what I mean? I think going this next year still, I think he's still going to be arguably the top corner in the league, man. Aqib Talib, man, number 2.
That's heavy, man. That's definitely heavy. I mean, like, much respect to him, because that's another guy, like, you was correlating that to somebody else earlier when you were saying that God did it in multiple places.
Places, yep.
And
Talib, Tampa.
He's that guy. New England, then Denver. So you can't even just say, they got the pass rush, or he had Belichick.
He did it everywhere,
this dude played everywhere. If anything, it's just always been, he's been low-key head case, and then it's also kind of been like the little injury bug a bit.
Right.
And the craziest thing about it is, number 1 for me, I got Richard Sherman, but Jeff, like you can see right there, I had Talib at number 1 first.
Right.
So I actually had Talib at first, and I was like, based upon injuries and just how I feel like Chris Harris is just rising, and again, like I'm like, his age gonna catch up to him. But Richard Sherman, man, number 1 dude, man. Some people say he gave up a few more yards, but at the same time, I think he only allowed 2 touchdowns all year last year.
That's all that matters.
And not to mention Earl Thomas, wasn't there. Many people thought he was just gonna fold or disappear. It was a lot of turmoil. It was a lot of tension going on at some points in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, Richard Sherman fought through it. Like you said, Jeff, I think he's definitely the smartest cornerback in the league. Definitely the best.
Stanford graduate.
Definitely the best playmaker on the ball. Maybe you can probably argue at this point, maybe Marcus Peters, because Peters had 8 interceptions first year, 6 last year. So he's showing you that he's just a guy who's going to get turnovers. But I mean, Sherman did it ridiculously for so long, so I'm giving him the OG pass. But he's a guy, again, man, attitude never changes, goes out there. He's a guy that you know is going to bring it. He takes
Sunday.
it personal, you know what I'm saying? And even in the midst of this, I think he's going to have one of his best seasons ever, because it's just too much like him to go out there, even with trade rumors, even with now with people coming out saying he cuts Russell Wilson out in practice.
I mean, that happens in every locker room too. Like, cut that crap out.
Right. The guy's a leader, man, on that defense. And I think that, again, he's going to come out with a lot to prove. And he's going to bet on himself. I think he's going to definitely make a team end up paying him at a high amount. And may even be a Charles Woodson type of guy where he may even move to safety later on, extend his career, and really get more interceptions there. So Richard Sherman is my top guy, man.
My top guy, man, Patrick Peterson, man. I think, like, if you want to build a cornerback, you're going to build him just like Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
And, like, the thing about him, what people say, a lot of guys, like we say, shadow the best receiver. I mean, he does that every week.
He moves
every week. And, like, it's literally, he's one-on-one with your top guy, whoever your top passion option. Like, it ain't even got to be the top guy. Just a guy you feature. Like, he play against Seattle, he going to follow Doug Baldwin. You play against New England, he going to follow Edelman. Like, he just goes there and just don't care about it. And, of course, I mean, you give up some plays here and there because you're going against the top guys, and it's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, yep.
But he does it every week, man. And, like, I just think he's the best corner. Like, people, and I remember that one year he had a bad year, but he was playing didn't know he had diabetes. Like, that was crazy. He was out there, you know what I'm saying? So that was the year he was giving up, getting beat a lot. But I think week in and week out, man, like I said, he just, like, you going to play Dallas. All right, you got Dez all game. You going against the Giants, you got Odell all game. And he does it and just don't back down, man. And that shows a lot to me. But like I said, he gives up his fair share of plays because it's going to happen when you're covering Julio Jones, Dez Bryant, and those kind of guys. But
no doubt,
he every Sunday, like, I remember what I heard. They asked Bruce Arians. They was going against New Orleans last year. What you gonna do about Brandon Cooks? Oh, we gonna put Pat P on him. You know what I mean?
Straight like that.
Just straight like that. It's like, so that's what he do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Patrick Peterson, man, my top guy, man. Best corner in the league for me, man.
All right, say no more, man. So we're going to do the next 5. We're going to do top 5 free safeties, top 5 strong safeties, man. And we're going to start out with the free safeties, man. Free safeties, man, I'm jumping right in there with it was tough for me, man. But 5th, I'm going with Clinton Dix.
Okay.
And it was really a push for me between him and Byron Jones. I kind of gave Dix the I gave Ha man the push because of the fact that he turned it up in the turnover section of things. Even though responsibility wise, man, Byron Jones has some of the craziest assignments as far as covering for that secondary. And his responsibility and role he had in Dallas is just crazy. Not many safeties in the league can actually take on those responsibilities. But I went with Ha Clinton Dix, man, at five, man.
Okay, my fifth guy, man, I got Devin McCourty, number 5. Yeah, man, was close to being the Eagles supposedly, but Belichick gave him that last minute call and told him to stay. And
so do you want to win Super Bowl?
I'm
about
to say,
play with Carson Wentz?
I mean, no, we ain't had Carson Wentz then. It was Sam Bradford. But he probably would have came play with Carson Wentz. But anyway,
he foresaw y'all being top draft pick.
Paying we actually traded up to that. We was in the mid rounds. We traded up to the top draft pick, number 2. But that was Chip Kelly at the time as well too. So he probably like, man, I ain't going the fuck down there.
True,
but
man.
I'm gonna play for Chip Kelly or Belichick. Devin McCourty, man, former corner, but made the transition to safety effortlessly. Can play the ball, can do it all. You know what I'm saying? One of the leaders of that defense. I mean, and it's hard to. They say he mastered, Belichick scheme down, so you got to be smart because they say his scheme is fucking ridiculous. That defensive scheme.
Yeah.
But yeah, Devin McCourty. Number 4, I got Harrison Smith. Minnesota. You could argue maybe the best free safety in the league, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. But another guy can do it all. Can physical hitter, can cover over the top. You know what I mean. But yeah, Harrison Smith, man,
great player.
Number 4, hell yeah, great player.
4 for me. It was a guy who really was difficult to gauge because he's more just like a weapon, and he actually played more in the slot than he actually played as safety, but technically listed as a safety. I put Honey Badger at 4.
Baller.
Guy really can play ball, man. Dude is
baller.
Really plays all over the place. Sometimes he really plays strong safety a lot more too. But I mean, they definitely move him around. He lines up at corner a lot more too in areas defense. But yeah, he's listed as safety, so I definitely got him there, man, at free safety. He's the 4th best guy. Definitely, I mean, the guy plays everywhere. He's definitely an animal, man. So shout out to him, man. And I'm hoping that he stays injury free, man. And keep doing
absolutely.
This, 3 for me was Devin McCourty for all the reasons you mentioned. Definitely made a seamless transition from corner to safety. Like you said, man, you have to be smart to play in Belichick's scheme, period, which is complex. And he does a lot on that back end, too. That's why Belichick believes, at one point Belichick would have, pretty much anybody playing in that secondary because most people thought Malcolm Butler was this unknown.
Right.
Which is why they surprised me when they gave Gilmore all the money they gave him.
Right.
So, he must really, really feel great about Gilmore. But, and I mean, I'm going to take Belichick's word for it, though, because he played against him in Buffalo.
Right.
So, but anyways, it's about McCourty. So I got McCourty at 3, man.
Okay, my third guy you just said before McCourty, got Honey Badger, man. Just for listing rankings, this is his position. Yeah. But he literally can play everything in the secondary. You know what I mean? He maybe can play a little bit outside corner if he wanted to, and he put his mind to it. But this another leader of the defense. You know what I mean? Like Pat P may be the best player. You know what I'm saying? But I think the heart and soul of that. You could make the argument for Honey Badger, man. He just brings it. Even back at LSU, man, he was a leader.
Yeah.
Some off the field issues, but he cleaned that up, got his stuff together. Straight baller, man. Number 3, Honey Badger. Number 2, I got Eric Berry, man. Another guy, story. I mean, the cancer situation, and just to come back in that game against Atlanta when he had the 2 pick sixes, and in his hometown and all that. But Eric Berry, man, can cover the tight end, can play in the box, can do it all. I mean, he's listed as a free safety, but he can technically play strong safety as well.
I'm about to say, yeah. I actually had him at strong safety because they was playing him a bit more as strong safety last year. But I mean, I get what you're saying. But he's going to be in the top of my strong safety list.
Yeah, but Eric Berry, man, number 2, can do everything out there, man. Eric Berry, number 2.
All right, so I got Harrison Smith at number 2 for reasons you mentioned. Versatile weapon, man. Really, I think is the leader of the Minnesota Vikings defense.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a very talented unit. So, to be the leader there, and you got guys like Rhodes, you got guys like Kendricks, you got guys like Barr, you got guys like Linval Joseph, you got the defensive ends. Yo, their defense is crazy. I probably think the best one in football. But
top to bottom, you can make that case.
Yeah. But, yeah, you definitely can make that argument. But I got Harrison Smith there. Number 1, of course, I got Earl Thomas, who basically does everything and really can cover the just cover the field, man. The guy's a missile. The guy can hit. The guy definitely gets turnovers. And he is motivated. You know what I'm saying? I heard he actually just recently was running full speed at the OTAs. So he's anxious to get back on that field, prove himself, man. So I definitely think Earl Thomas is going to get out there and get it, man. So shout out to Earl Thomas, man, and I'm praying that he comes back stronger than ever, man.
Yeah, my number one guy, of course, Earl Thomas, man. Like you said, like he makes that defense go. Like that secondary wouldn't be that secondary without him patrolling the middle of the field. Like the way he covers sideline to sideline is just ridiculous, and he'll come up and hit you as well. So it's like best of both worlds they got out there, man, with him. Like he can, like I said, cover over top. Or he can come down and lay the wood, man. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, yo, man.
But,
yeah, man. We got to be careful with that one, man.
Yeah, but Earl Thomas, man.
Yo, so you had a top 10, Jeff. Where you had Byron Jones at?
Byron Jones, initially, he was right outside of my top 10. And I'm going to tell you why, because I told you before, and it's crazy, because going into that draft, your guy was Eric Rowe, my guy was Byron Jones.
I still like Eric Rowe, too.
And our teams, took opposite of. I think Byron Jones is a corner because I think him at safety, he don't make enough plays on the ball. You know what I mean? I think his best asset of him attribute is his coverage skills. So I think he could really be on this top 5 corner list because his athletic ability. But like I said, he don't force fumbles and he don't get picks. You know what I'm saying? I know he has the coverage responsibilities, but like I said, you're not known as a hitter. Or like I said, not a playmaker. So I think if y'all was to move him to corner, I think it'll take his game to it. I think he could be that Patrick Peterson type corner. I really believe he can because he's an athletic freak.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and just in defense of Byron Jones, when we tell people watch film, you watch the film, right? There were various times. I mean, he had 10 pass breakups, which was decent as well. But also beyond that, look at the film, and you'll see many plays where wide receivers potentially got open. He closed the window. Quarterbacks had to go other places. I'm talking about it happened many times last year. So and also he doesn't have the benefit of having a pass rush at all. So that's another thing. So quarterbacks weren't really forced to make inerrant throws either. So a lot of times, they had admit time, you know what I'm saying, when they were, they definitely had a good amount of time by the time they were able to throw the ball. So Byron closed in, he makes the tackle, sure tackler, over 100 tackles. Just a guy, again, like I said, I mean, really can do it all. But I mean, that's fair though.
Yeah, I just think moving him to corner, I think would just take his game. I think that's like, you know what I mean? I seen him cover Jordan Reed, and that was it's tough for anybody.
That's Jordan Reed. I'm about to say Jordan Reed.
No, I'm saying, but he held his own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think him at corner, man, he would just be so much better. I mean, keep him at safety though. You know what I mean? Cool. You know what I mean? From my perspective.
I'm about to say, I think, I think he's due for a big year this year. I think, again, like that, I mean, second straight year playing that position, and he had a very good year last year, by all means. And I think, again, like with, just improving that defense around him, having better corners that he can go ahead and not have to account for. Because another thing was he had rookies like Anthony Brown and just a lot of guys were banged up. Morris Claiborne, Scandrick got hurt. You know what I'm saying? The only person he had consistent was Brandon Carr because the safeties kept switching because J.J. Wilcox was in. Then Barry Church got hurt. Then Wilcox got hurt. Then he had Jeff Heath next to him. So this was a guy who had crazy responsibility. But we got to get off that because we got to move on to the top 5 strong safeties. So
number 5 for me, man. I'm going to go Rashad Jones, Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. We got down Miami. They got a nice defense down Miami, man. They doing some nice things down there. Adam Gase, getting that team together. But, Rashad Jones, you might not know about him, but like a couple other guys on the, we talked about tonight. But physical, man. Strong tackler. Covered up, got better in his coverage-wise, too, this last season. You know what I'm saying? But, Rashad Jones, man, can do it all. I like him. Good player.
I like that pick, man. He's a solid dude, man. Really, really solid player, man. Good player. Can't even be mad at that, man. Very underrated. I got Cam Chancellor at 5. Cam Chancellor, kind of sort of, some people could say it was a down year, man. He had a lot of different things going on, too, man. Getting up there a little bit in age, too. Injuries as well. You know what I'm saying? But still Punisher. Still definitely one of, the mainstays of that Seattle Seahawks defense. Closes in on plays, man. Still can make plays on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Not your ideal guy in coverage, but he's really a box guy. And I'm talking the best box guy you probably can mention.
I mean, another linebacker out there for
absolutely. Enforcer. Really an enforcer, man. So, and I mean, his attitude, man, leader, he's one of the guys that are stepping Sherman's face and really straighten him out if he got to. Much respect to him. Fourth for me was Eric Weddle. Weddle had a great year for me last year in Baltimore. He's probably going to move to free safety now that Tony Jefferson is there. I like Tony Jefferson as well. He was a guy who almost made my list.
Don't know how he didn't get paid a year. I mean, he got paid this year, but last year. Crazy. Think about I DM'd him before we signed Rodney McLeod. I was like, yo, man, come to Philly, man, play with Malcolm Jenkins. And he actually shot back, was like, yo, that'd be cool. The business aspect that's got to work out. But nobody ever signed him last year. It was just weird a situation to me. But he finally got his money, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tony Jefferson, man.
Yes. So, Eric Weddle, man, 4 for me.
Okay.
What you got, Jeff?
Number 4 for me, I got Eric Weddle. Like I said, up there in age, but still, you know, safety is a position where you can
play longer.
You can play long. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just smart because you just know angles and all that and everything. So, yeah, he still got maybe 2 great years, at least 3 solid ones.
Yeah.
I mean, out Baltimore. Eric Weddle, man, you know, like I said, another dude was in one situation, went to another, and still produced. And wasn't the leader, but he was one of the guys they looked to, you know, when they needed a big play. Eric Weddle.
No doubt.
Number 3, I got Cam Chancellor at number 3. You know, I think he's getting up there, and I've seen teams, I don't want to say attacked him, but they kind of started, like, when they wanted to go at that defense, that's the kind of area they went around where he was at. Like, you know, if you got a physical receiver that's not scared of getting hit, you know what I mean, that's the guy you go at. Like, you got some good tight ends, you can attack them right there. But, Ken, though, he still brings it, man, enforcer. Yeah, I mean, in the middle of the field, like, you always got to keep your head on the swivel when you're a receiver going in the middle. But yeah, Cam Chancellor, number 3, man.
That's dope. That's dope. So I got number 3. I got Landon Collins.
Okay.
Landon Collins is a guy who won Defensive Player of the Year, of course. I definitely think that, you know, the guy got put in position to finally thrive at what he does. Play more closer to the line of scrimmage. Very shaky in man coverage. I still don't believe in him as far as being a man cover guy. Even though he did make
got plays. A little better.
Yeah, he got better. He improved. He improved. But how he looked in year 1, the only way to go was up because literally he was lost in man coverage, and they left him out there exposed in man coverage a lot. I think they allowed him to roam around, you know, and play a bit more free, especially within the short to intermediate areas, you know what I'm saying? But he had a hell of a year, you know what I'm saying, which actually propelled him into this discussion in the first place. Because last year, nobody would have even had him in the top 15, top 20 safety discussion, if we really being honest. So I got Landon Collins at 3. Number 2 for me, I got Malcolm Jenkins. I got Malcolm Jenkins number 2. And I'm probably catch flack for this. Which for one, can't nobody really say I'm biased with anything.
Just watch the film.
I've had Brandon Graham, you know what I'm saying, in my top 10, Fletcher Cox in my DTs.
Top 3 you had him in.
Yeah, top 3 Cox there, and I got Malcolm Jenkins over Landon Collins. Most casual fans.
No trolling.
No trolling at all. Most casual fans would sit there and be like, oh, what, you took him? He was defensive player. Let me tell you something. Malcolm Jenkins is another guy, like I said, when I mentioned Byron Jones. Now, Malcolm Jenkins happened to get, you know, he gets a few more turnovers, but Malcolm Jenkins is another guy that has unlimited responsibilities within that Eagles defense.
Absolutely.
The guy can definitely make tackles, may miss a few at times, but he'll come and he'll make those hits. This guy will come and play in the slot. Sometimes they ask Byron Jones to do the same thing. No, ask Byron Jones to shadow tight ends. These are guys that literally take on a lot of responsibility, and I'm saying that there are not many guys in football that can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not many people have shown it. We can talk potentially, but this guy, Malcolm Jenkins, has shown it. You know, he came to Philadelphia after really, really not becoming what he was supposed to be with the Saints. And I think that the Birds really put him in position to win and allow him to do what he does best. And I think that he's maximized every opportunity that he had. Not to mention that he didn't have any corners last year either. So that's why, like I said, going back to with the Byron Jones situation, you know what I'm saying? I bring up Malcolm Jenkins as a prime example of a guy who took on a lot of responsibility. And I got a high level of respect for guys like that. So I got Malcolm Jenkins over Landon Collins.
Yeah. Number 2, we got Landon Collins. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they put him in position. But like I said with Janoris Jenkins, you still got to go out and perform, and he damn sure did it last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the sacks, they was blitzing him. You know what I mean? Forcing fumbles, all that. You know what I mean? He upped this game another level. Landon Collins, man, defensive player of the year, obviously. Mm-hmm. But like I said, he got better in coverage. You know what I mean? I still wouldn't leave him, one-on-one against some of the top tight ends in the league. But he's not as a liability as he was a year ago. But Landon Collins, man, number 2. Number 1, I got Malcolm Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got Eric Berry, on this list. But I got Malcolm Jenkins, man. Play the box, play the slot, like fearless. Go up against, sometimes he'll line up against Julio on the slot, and I don't think it's another safety, you could say that did that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when he's a better for our defense, he's better when he's just playing strictly safety. I mean, it's nice he can play slot and all that, but when we move him to the slot, it puts a lot of pressure on Rodney McLeod, who's another great safety in this league. He didn't make the top 5, but he was on my top 10 originally. But
really,
yeah. He was actually at number 9 on my top 10. What he could do, okay. Sideline. He's like not Earl Thomas, but he's Earl Thomas like with his range and all that. Not as great as Earl Thomas, of course, but yeah, man. I think when you move Jenks to the slot, it had to bring Jalen Watkins out, on the field, and it was just, our corner situation wasn't that good last year, so we need that quarterback over the top. But yeah, Michael Jenkins, man, to me the best strong safety, and then probably a top, top 5 overall, maybe top 3 safety in the league today. Michael Jenkins, man, number 1.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I got Eric Berry, strong safety, mm-hmm. top strong safety out there, mm-hmm. For all the obvious reasons, man. Eric Berry can do everything, man. Turnover machine.
Lived up to the hype too, top 5 pick.
Yeah, lived up to the hype. Mm-hmm. Bounced back, man. Beat cancer. You know what I'm saying? And it comes back,
beat cancer and went back to playing football at a high level.
Dog,
like, beating cancer in itself is
could have made the argument for defensive player of the year himself. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? But I think that the fact that the Giants was winning and everything else, that the season they had, and bigger market, everything else, it kind of went in the Collins favor. But yeah, man, I got Eric Berry as a top strong safety in football, man. And yeah, man. So. That's it.
I mean, we pretty much, only, like you said, the thing we disagree with was Mosley, but other than that, similar list, just different orders how we view guys. But, there's so many great players, defensive players in this league, though, that was left off, man. Like, we're not saying they bums or whatever, but, when you make a list, sometimes good players going to be left off. Because there's so many great defensive players in this league.
No doubt.
So many guys with potential.
No doubt.
In this league.
No doubt, man.
But, when my man Sidney Jones get back, man, he going to be on this list, too. You know what I'm saying? My man get back healthy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Man. Oh, man.
My man Derek Barnett, DB, you know what I'm saying?
You hear this nonsense, man?
Woo!
You hear this, man? Well, I tell you what, man. It's definitely going to be interesting season that's coming up, man.
We might have the best, between us and the AFC West, I think we might have the most competitive division.
I agree.
I
told you last year though the NFC East was good. I told you that. I said it was better than a lot of y'all was giving it credit for it, man. Mm-hmm. And it came out exactly what it was. And I think that the NFC East, all the teams improved. And I think that it's going to be another good year from the NFC East this year, man.
I think at least 2 teams, possibly maybe 3, but I know at least 2 teams out of this division is going to make the playoffs, I believe, man. Yeah. Barring health, of course. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody got to say healthy in the right spots.
And I'm going to say it 25 more times. It's going to be Dallas and it's going to be somebody else.
But we'll see.
And it ain't even no trolling. But, you know what I mean? Just the elevator's only going to keep going up there, man. So it's definitely going to be guys. But somebody else coming out of there, too. So I'm anxious to see who it is. And it's just so many cases you can make for those other squads as well, man. So I'm anxious to see it, man. But yeah, those are the top 10 guys we got.
Let us know what you think, on the man. Defensive side, what y'all agree with, what y'all disagree with.
I'm sure we're gonna hear plenty of people disagreeing. And the craziest thing was this though, even though people disagreed with us on the offensive side here and there, it was more of
where we put guys.
Yeah, where we put guys, right. You know what I'm saying? So and it was like some people like, oh, you got him over him, and it's like, dog, we put him 5th instead of 4th. You got him 4th, we got him 5th.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like certain people just want to argue, y'all, but y'all gotta grow up, man. Yeah. But at the same time, man,
Google the names we said tonight too, because I know y'all don't know them neither. Do your Google research, man.
No, man, no. Just borrow somebody's NFL Game Pass and just look at them, watch them old games. It's slow right now.
Everybody else that we interact back with, man. We appreciate that. Yo, the people that know what they talk about.
Yo, we look forward to the comments. We look forward to the tweets. It don't even matter if y'all disagree. That's cool. Like we want to talk about this show. So listen in. Tell other people to listen in, man. You know, and next year, be on the lookout, man, because Jalen Smith going to be in that linebacker list, man. You know, he definitely going to get his way up there, man. Be on the lookout for him, man.
Well, my favorite college team is Notre Dame, but, you know what I mean, I'm kind of rooting for him, then I'm kind of not rooting for him. I just want him to be healthy, but,
look, man.
You know what I mean, definitely a great player. If he could get that, whatever that issue is with the nerve and all, whatever it is, I mean, definitely a great player, man.
Hey, man. So, you know, I'm anxious to see this year, man. But I like Jeff's list, man. I like mine as well, man. And I think that, you know, it makes, you know, for interesting dialogue. And so I think that will really conclude, man, another great episode.
My man had 3 Eagles on his list, too, man. You know what I'm saying? He respected defense over here, man.
Who's that, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man, I keep telling people I'm not out here to be biased, man. And, you know, again, people might sit there and say I'm crazy for putting Michael Jenkins over Landon Collins, but I break it down, and I think about responsibilities. I think about abilities on the field and capabilities and what people have shown improved.
Yeah, I think you might even get something from Eagles fans about the Brandon Graham thing, because they just down on the guy for some reason. Look, you know, because sacks is everything.
Well, you know, I've been a Graham fan for a minute, man. Right. And I think the guy's really just continuously balling, and I think that, you know, the Eagles caught a steal, and I think he out to think he really out to get paid. So I think you might see Brandon Graham at somewhere at like 12.5 sacks this year.
I mean, you might. I mean, every year, and they said hopefully we got guys on the other side of him, which is important what people don't understand. If you move a quarterback off his spot, if the right end not getting home, he just going to move to the right and complete a pass. But, you know, people don't understand that. They just look at sacks. Jason Babbitt had 18 sacks there, but he left a lane as wide as 95. Running backs was running all day on us, but, you know, sacks is everything in this city.
At the same time, the guy that came after him that eventually left too.
Trinkle?
No.
You talking about what left after?
The other. My goodness, what's y'all just cut him?
Connor Barwin?
Yeah, Connor Barwin.
Yeah.
There you go, another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, and then like once the system got switched to everything else, like, you know what I mean? It's just like. Brandon Graham is a guy.
He's stuck.
Brandon Graham is a guy that's scheme versatile and that really that's a good player, man. Period. So y'all gotta respect BG, man.
Shout out to BG, man. He follow me on Twitter too. That's my man.
Y'all gotta respect him, man. I mean, I ain't rooting for him, but I respect him. So. You know, but again, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. This year, we gonna see what it is, man. Get back with us, man. Seriously, follow Jeff, man. Philly Freck 215.
Yes.
Me, Pastor Carl Day,
CARL. Subscribe, like, retweet, do everything, man.
Yeah,
tell
subscribe,
your folks
share
about
it, man. Get it out there. Talk back to us. Let us know what y'all think, man. Whether we agree or not, we still can bring it down. We just ask you to hold, you know, to hold your trolling, to withhold your trolling, keep the trolling. But either way, we still gonna holler at you back anyway.
Yes, sir. Well, man, that'll wrap it up. We'll see y'all next time, man. You know what I mean?
For sure. In the next episode, man, gonna be fire. Listen, we getting closer to the season, so it's gonna keep getting better and better, man.
So, you know what I mean?
You know. So yeah, the closer it get, man, the more it's gonna warm up, and when my Cowboys start jumping out the gates, smashing teams like we did last year.
Look, man, as long as I don't care what y'all do. As long as them 2 weeks y'all play us, man, ain't no smashing us. But y'all can go 14-2 all I damn care, man. As long as my team getting the playoffs, man. Come on, Wentz, baby.
Yo, that's really my mentality, though.
People be like,
I hate every team in the division, but I just want my team to win.
I don't give a damn what y'all do. As long as y'all don't beat us.
That's it.
Like I said, y'all go 14-2. But, all right, man, we yapping and rapping and all that, but we get with y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you think.
Definitely, man. We appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all. We'll catch y'all in 2 weeks, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace.